Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something very practical and very useful for anyone who is serious about options trading or algo trading in India. We're going to fetch historical expired options data, strike by strike, minute by minute, using the Dhan API in Python. I'm going to share my screen and walk you through the complete Python script that I have already written. We will understand every section of the code, what it does, why it does it, and most importantly, I will show you a bug that silently causes you to lose all your put data and how to fix it. By the end of this video, you will have a complete pipeline that can fetch 5 years of BankNifty, Nifty, or any index options data with open interest, implied volatility, volume, all at 1-minute resolution. Let me first explain the problem we are solving. If you want to backtest an option strategy, a straddle, a strangle, an iron condor, or anything else, you need historical options prices, not just the index price. You need the actual premium of each option contract at every minute of the trading day for contracts that have already expired months or years ago. Now, if you go to the NSE website, you will only find end-of-day data. Zerodha does not give historical options data. Most paid tools are either very expensive or have incomplete data. This is exactly the gap that Dhan fills with their Rolling Option API endpoint. This endpoint lets you fetch historical 1-minute candle data for any index option, BankNifty, Nifty, FinNifty, Midcap Nifty, Sensex, for any past weekly expiry. And instead of needing to know the exact strike price for every historical date, you just say ATM or ATM +1 or ATM -2. And the API figures out the correct absolute strike for you automatically. That is extremely powerful. And today we are building a complete script around it. All right, I have the script open on my screen. Let me scroll to the top and walk you through it section by section. The script is organized into 4 main parts. First is the configuration block at the top where you set your settings. Second is the helper functions. Third is the main fetcher function. And fourth is the storage logic. Let us start with the imports. We're using the request library to make API calls. We are using pandas for data handling. We are using Piero and Piero Parquet for saving data in Parquet format. And we have standard libraries like OS, time, logging, and datetime for utilities. Nothing complicated here, all standard, well-known libraries. Now, let us look at the configuration section. This is the only part of the script you need to edit before running it. The first line is the access token. We are loading it from an environment variable called Dhan access token. This is the correct way to handle API keys. Never paste your token directly in the script, especially if you're sharing code or pushing it to GitHub. Always use environment variables. Next is the index configuration. Right now the script is set up to fetch Nifty data. You can see the security ID is 13 for Nifty. If you want BankNifty, the security ID is 25. FinNifty is 27. Midcap Nifty is 442. And Sensex is 1. The commented out block above shows all the supported indices. You just uncomment whichever ones you need. Next is the strikes list. We are fetching from ATM -10 to ATM +10. That is 21 strikes total around the at-the-money price. These are relative references, not absolute strike values, so they work correctly for any date in history. Then we have the option types list, call, and put. We will see how this is used in the main loop shortly. Expiry codes 1 and 2 mean we're fetching data for both the current week expiry and the next week expiry for each date. The interval is set to 1, meaning 1-minute candles. And the date range goes from January 2021 to March 2026, nearly 5 years of data. The output directory is called index option data and will be created in your current working directory. Now let us look at the function that actually calls the Dhan API. This function is called fetch rolling option. It takes a payload dictionary and a retries count. Inside the function, we have a loop that retries up to 3 times on failure. We make a post request to the Dhan Rolling Option endpoint. If the response status is 200, we return the JSON response immediately. If we get a 429, that means we hit the rate limit. In that case, the script waits 60 seconds and tries again. If we get a 400 or 404, that means there is simply no data for this particular combination of strike, expiry, and date range. That is normal and not an error, so we return none and move on. For any other error, we use exponential backoff, waiting 2 seconds on the first retry, for seconds on the second, 8 seconds on the third. This retry logic means the script is resilient to temporary network issues, server hiccups, or brief rate limit bursts, and it will keep running without you needing to manually restart it. Now, let us look at the heart of the script, the main fetch all function and how the payload is built. We loop over every symbol in our index configuration. For each symbol, we loop over 30-day date chunks covering our full date range. The API has a hard limit of 30 days per request, so we break the 5-year range into chunks automatically. Inside each date chunk, we loop over expiry codes, 1 and 2. Then we loop over strikes, all 21 of them from ATM-10 to ATM+10. And then, this is very important, we loop over option types, call and put. For each combination of expiry code, strike, and option type, we build a payload like this. We set the exchange segment, the interval as 1 for 1 minute, the security ID of the index, the instrument type, the expiry flag as weak, the expiry code, the strike reference, the option type, the required data fields, and the from and to dates. The required data list includes open, high, low, close, implied volatility, volume, open interest, spot price, and strike. That is everything you need for options analysis, all in a single API call. Then we call the fetch rolling option function with this payload, get the response, convert it to a data frame, and add it to our chunk frames list. Now I want to spend a moment on something very important, a bug that is easy to miss and will silently cause you to lose all your put data. In earlier versions of this script, the DRV option type field in the payload was hard-coded to call, with a comment saying the API returns both CE and PE regardless. That assumption is completely wrong. The Dhan API does filter by the DRV option type field. If you send call, you only get call data. Your put data is simply not returned, and you will not get any error message. The script will run perfectly, your files will look normal, but every single row will have option type call. All your put data will be missing. The fix is exactly what you see in this updated script. We added a loop over option types, call and put, and we passed the option type variable directly into the payload as DRV option type. This doubles the number of API calls compared to the buggy version, but you get correct, complete data for both sides of the option chain. Always verify your data after fetching. Load any Parquet file in pandas and check that both call and put rows exist in roughly equal numbers. If put count is 0, you have hit this bug. Now let us look at how we convert the API response into a clean data frame. The function is called response to DF. It takes the raw API response dictionary and a meta dictionary containing information about the symbol, strike, expiry code, and so on. The API response has a data key, inside which there are separate sections for CE and PE, called C and P. We loop over both. For each section, we extract the timestamps and convert them from Unix epoch seconds to daytime in the Asia-Kolkata time zone, that is Indian Standard Time. Then we extract each of the required data fields, open, high, low, close implied volatility, volume, open interest, spot, and strike, and add them as columns to the data frame. We also add metadata columns, the symbol name, security ID, strike reference, option type, expiry code, expiry flag, and interval. Finally, we concatenate the CE and PE frames and return the combined data frame. Now let us talk about how the data is saved, and this part is really well designed. We are saving data in Apache Parquet format with ZSTD compression. If you have been using CSV files, Parquet will feel like a superpower. The files are 5 to 10 times smaller, much faster to read, and support column-level filtering that makes queries extremely fast. The folder structure looks like this. Inside index option data, there's a folder for each symbol, like Nifty. Inside that, there's a folder for each year and month, like 2024-01. And inside that, a single data.parquet file containing all the data for that month, all strikes, both CE and PE, both expiry codes. The save Parquet function has smart append and deduplication logic. If a Parquet file already exists for that month, it reads the existing data, merges the new data on top, and then removes duplicates based on timestamp, strike reference, option type, and expiry code. This means you can safely rerun the script at any time without creating duplicate rows. It is completely idempotent. Run it once or 10 times. The result is always the same clean data set. To run the script, open your terminal, set your access token as an environment variable, and run the Python file. You will see logs flowing in the terminal, showing each symbol, each date chunk, and how many rows were saved. There's also a log file created in the output directory, so you have a permanent record. For the full 5-year date range with Nifty, you are looking at roughly 5,000 to 6,000 API calls. At 0.3 seconds between each call, expect the full fetch to take 3 to 5 hours. I recommend running it on a server or leaving your machine running overnight. Once done, verify your data by loading a Parquet file in Pandas and checking that both call and put rows are present. All 21 strikes exist, and all the required columns are there. If everything looks correct, you now have a production-grade historical options database ready for backtesting. And that is a wrap for today. If you want part 2 for option stock historical data fetcher video, please comment it below. I will make it. You now have a complete working pipeline to fetch years of expired options data from Dhan, with implied volatility, open interest, and volume, all at 1-minute resolution, stored efficiently as Parquet files, with safe append and deduplication logic built in. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually use this data. We will load it into Pandas, analyze expiry day patterns, and start building a real backtesting framework around it. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Now here is something special I want to do for this community. I know a lot of you want the complete script directly, so here's the deal. If this video gets more than 30 comments, I will share the full GitHub link with the complete working code in the pinned comment. That means the entire script, fully working, with all the fixes we discussed today, completely free. So if you want the GitHub link, drop a comment below. Ask me a question, tell me what strategy you're planning to backtest, or just say you want the code. Every comment counts. Once we hit 30 comments, I will pin the GitHub link at the top so everyone can access it easily. If this video helped you understand how to get real historical options data for your backtesting, please hit the like button right now. It takes just 1 second, and it genuinely helps this channel grow and reach more traders who need this kind of content. And if you're new here, I make videos every week on Algo trading, Python for trading, and building real systems from scratch. No fluff, no theory overload, just practical content you can actually use. So hit subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video. I read every single comment. If you have questions about the code, if something is not working, or if there is a specific topic you want me to cover, drop in the comments below and I will reply. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Take care and happy trading.